Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 160. Coming soon. Yo! Whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched Lilo and Stitch. It is a live-action reimagining of the 2002 Disney animated movie. Sci-fi, family comedy, never mind. It stars Maya Kawalu, the voice of Chris Sanders, Sydney Elizabeth Ogdong. I hope I'm saying these names right. Probably not. Zach Galifianakis, Billy Magnuson, Courtney B. Vance, Hannah Waddingham, Amy Hill, Capo Duduit, and Tia Carrere. It is directed by Dean Fleischer-Camp, who also directed Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. So, y'all know the story. Stitch, 6'2" experiment, 626. He is an experiment, an alien experiment who escapes after being sentenced to exile, ends up in Hawaii, where he befriends a young girl who is going through it, but everybody just assumes that she's bad, and they bond while he's being hunted. The first time I ever saw the animation was 3 years ago. I loved it. Gave it a 5 out of 5. So I was mildly excited for this. Like, in my opinion, all these Disney live action reimaginings are just cash grabs. None of them need to be made. Tim Burton did Alice in Wonderland. It made $1 billion. Disney let it marinate. It probably threw some darts at a board. Whatever movies got hit. Jungle Book, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. All of those got made. I think Maleficent kickstarted everything. But early on, I would say from Maleficent up to, let's say, Beauty and the Beast. I might be off. I might be wrong. But everything was a banger. For whatever reason, all those movies were really good, in my opinion. And 3.5 or higher is my definition of really good. And then I think they were financially profitable, fans loved them, and they made money. So then 2019 hits, and we got Dumbo, Aladdin, The Lion King, a Maleficent sequel, and then on the day Disney Plus became available, Lady and the Tramp. 5 movies, 5 Disney live-action reimaginings. That's overkill. And then the movies started to become a sense of, I take that back, Maleficent up through Christopher Robin. I couldn't remember 10 seconds ago what came out in 2018, but it was Christopher Robin. And 2019, like I said, 5 movies, overkill. And then I personally started to notice that there was so much extra that wasn't a part of the original movie in the live action. It was taking me out of it. Like, I can't name everything, but like Mulan right there, Pinocchio, The Little Mermaid, even Snow White, and I know there are others. All just, this doesn't feel close enough to the animation for me to love it. And Lilo and Stitch is one of those. Like, I feel like this is like 85% brand new material, but there's just so much of it that feels so wholesome that I still really enjoyed this movie. The Stitch escape feels kind of rushed. There's a sequence in this movie where he's so chaotic, it started to feel like high anxiety. Like, man, like this is way too much. Like, the cartoon didn't feel that chaotic, that erratic, and none of these movies really hit on, Lilo is lashing out because she lost her parents. Like I said, I love the animation, but they don't acknowledge that. And this movie has like kids hating on her, just like the animation, but the parents snickering and gossiping and shit behind her back. Like, I didn't like that shit, cause adults should realize, like, bro, like she kind of needs to see a therapist, to grieve, to cope, instead of just, oh, she's a bad kid, she doesn't belong in the hula class. Like fuck you. And the characters, the scientist Jumbo that created Stitch is Zach Galifianakis. Billy McNussin is like the Earth expert. Peakley, I forget what his name is. That's Billy McNussin, but they are in human form most of this movie, which they weren't in the animation, and I feel like Disney was just being cheap on the CGI. Because that just takes away. And like I said, so much of this movie feels new, but like a lot of the family stuff got me emotional, because this is just a sister trying to care for her younger sister and just trying to figure it out, and just trying to stay together. Like that's some hard hitting shit. But the effects are good. I thought a lot of this movie was funny. It just took me out of it because it deviated from the source material so hard. But again, I would probably rank this mid to higher tier as far as all Disney animation reimaginings. I am starting to believe that these movies, this crop of type of movie, is at its best in a Maleficent, in a Christopher Robin, in a Cruella, a Mufasa, where you can take the characters and freestyle your own story. Like, I still feel like Cruella is one of the overall better in this brand of movie. And Christopher Robin. I love both of those. Like, really love both of those. Lilo and Stitch is really good, though. If a live action Stitch Has a Glitch comes out, I will be ass in seat opening weekend. So with all that being said, man, I will say that in my opinion, Lilo and Stitch is almost dope. Have you seen Lilo and Stitch, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I just put up a review for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Put up reviews for Final Destination: Bloodlines, Shadow Force, Clown in a Cornfield recently. Next weekend, I want to watch and review Karate Kid Legends. The weekend after that will be in June. From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Excited for both of those. We recently did a podcast, Thunderbolt spoilers, and upcoming, we're going to do the Cinephile card game again. Be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me. Don't know where to find me? Watch these credits. Peace.